Matthews, and welcome to the Promotion Lady Show.
The Promotional Lady Show is as real as it gets. She's putting it down for you. I said you haven't seen nothing yet. The Promotional Lady Show, putting the real back into reality. Come on and join us. Yeah, the spoken truth you will see.
The owner of Canvases with Candace. Please introduce yourself.
Hi everybody, I'm Candace, artist and chief visionary officer of Canvases with Candace. So the company started last year, November 15th. Canvases with Candace was born actually sitting in my sister's living room. So I've been an artist as long as I can remember. I've always drawn. My mom, they've always been super supportive of getting me all the art supplies that I needed. And I used to teach preschool. And so with teaching preschool, I realized, how kids learn through art and transposing into how adults learn through art.
Right.
So
it gives them a way to escape.
Oh, absolutely. Like you can do anything with your art, know? So I used to work for a paint company. So it was another painting company that I worked for. And so I was an assistant with them. And they shut the company down and offered to sell it, offered to purchase it. And they opted to go with another candidate for purchasing it. So in that 2 weeks of learning that, I decided, you know what, maybe this is my moment to step out on faith and go ahead and open up my company. So I sat in the living room with my sister. I came up with my logo on pages on my iPad and created the logo and just got to work. I started, watching YouTube videos and learning from other business people of just how to get a business actually off the ground. I already had the foundation of what a paint business should do. And so it just became a matter of making it happen. So my very first party before the company started was actually a friend of mine's birthday.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know what else to get her, so we did a paint party. And from there, I booked my very first party November 15th, the day the company started, 2017. We started that in December, and it's just been rolling ever since.
This is great. So you've only been in business for a year, and you're making so much progress as it is.
Absolutely.
So tell me, what are some of the struggles that you had, and tell me how you overcame them.
Okay, so struggles. Now,
I know.
Anybody who's tried anything knows that there are some struggles. So when I first started at that point in time, I had this grand idea of opening a business, but I had no capital. I started a mobile business with no car. And then on top of that, I was only working a part-time job, so even my job couldn't really fund what it was that I wanted to do. When I first started the company, I needed about $1,500 in supplies to be able to just get started, from paintbrushes to easels to canvases. I wanted to make sure that I had everything that anybody would need for a party. So when I show up, the only thing you need is a table and some chairs. I bring everything else to you. So with that, my friends actually threw me like a business shower, so to speak.
That's great, and that's something so new, but it's very important to have to.
Absolutely.
To knowing all the ins and outs and to get the supplies that you need. So that was sweet.
It absolutely was, and it kind of came out of nowhere. I started building stuff up on Amazon. I just made a wish list, and I kind of talked to a group of friends and families, about maybe 10 or 12 of them, and everybody just started sending something. Like they would either go online and order, cash at me $20. I don't know what you need it for, but go ahead and use it for something. And that's how I got all the.
Go ahead and do your Cash App shout out name.
Right, Cash App. That's a Cash App for Canvases with Candace. So $CANVASES with Candace. CANDACE.
Now let's get back.
Right. So with that, it was just seeing the outpour of my friends and family really being supportive, and no matter what the idea was or how much they may or may not thought it was going to work, this was built off of one birthday party. I didn't know where it would go. I didn't know how far it could go, but I started connecting with other people in Facebook groups and going to networking events and just talking to other artists and just being in the world of art in that capacity.
So you just engulfed yourself into being in the world of art, and that fueled you into just a year?
Yes.
Yes. You had any type of struggles with pretty much entrepreneurship in general?
Absolutely.
And I did it just like that in general.
Because it does kind of, it waves you around, right?
Yes.
being an entrepreneur, you don't have a boss.
You know.
It's just you. And while that is a double-edged sword, because when you wake up in the morning, you got to look your boss in the mirror every day and you can call out. No, there's some things you have to do. Learning things. I'm a self-taught artist, and so I had a lot of moments where I didn't feel my art was good enough in what I was doing compared to other artists that I'd seen. And how do I? Oh yes. Mm-hmm. How do I teach somebody what I'm learning myself? But I find that even being an entrepreneur, these are the things that are going to keep you up. Like, you have a passion for it. It's something you want to do. It's not something you're forced to do. It's not something that anybody has to come to me and say, well, did you practice any kind of art today? Right. And to me, that's the hardest part, because you've got regular life that's happening too. Right. Friendships, family, you got events that you got to do with your family. You have work. Like, you have things that you have to be able to do.
And you have to juggle all of it, really.
All of it.
So tell me where you see yourself. I'm not going to say 5 years. Okay. Where you see yourself at least 2 to 3?
In the next 2 to 3 years, what we are doing as a company, and I always say we because I know I'm hiring an assistant at some point.
Yes. But don't do everything yourself.
No.
If you up late, you probably need to delegate.
This is true. Now, that's something I have to learn. Definitely true. But with this, what we're talking about is in the next year, it's really just more art. Getting more art out to people, getting more people comfortable with doing their art. I'm also in the process of working on a coloring book.
Oh.
And so I'm very excited.
For children?
Absolutely.
Yes, that's
a coloring book for kids. And like I said, we're starting with preschool. Kids are just like where my passion is. I love kids. I love seeing them grow. I have a degree in psychology, and so I've done a lot of work in social work. Mm-hmm. And so tying those things in together with building kids and their self-esteem through being able to do art is amazing to me. So more parties. Yay. Coloring books, and more events. I'd like to be at any and every expo. I just did the Women's Empowerment event. Nice. So I was a live artist there. Great. And just getting out.
What are you doing for your first year anniversary?
So our 1 year anniversary, we are doing the Paint and Sip extravaganza called Wonderland. Nice. And it's O-N-E Wonderland because it is the first year. So with that being said, we've got 60 seats available. We're doing it at 6 Points Columbia off of Miller Avenue down in North Main. And I want it to be just an afternoon of art. We have Candace Breon, who's coming in, and she's doing some of her own personal music, some covers. She'll be doing all the music. Wow. We've got Isabel Shaw, who's coming in doing the spoken word. And then you'll have me, who's doing all the art instruction, and the fun artists are going to be the participants who show up. Yay! That everybody gets to put their art in there.
That sounds so much like a great time already.
Yes.
Even though I don't sip, but I would love to put something in a grab bag.
Absolutely.
How many people are going to be coming?
So we've got 60 seats available.
60.
That's huge.
So I'll get in contact with Candace.
Yes, absolutely. With that, also other business people, like if you have a business, if you're brand new, I don't care if you are a week old. This is the event that you want to get stuff into our swag bags. Why? Because I just want it to be another networking for other people as well.
Mm-hmm. And that's very important. A lot of us, we don't like to get out of our business. Mm-hmm. We just like stand behind the scenes and let it work for us. No, get out the business and show people who you are.
Absolutely. I'm a believer. You have to be a hunter. You can't be a fisherman as an entrepreneur.
Oh, right.
You cannot throw a net and just hope that fish jump in the boat. You have to go out there and you have to really be diligent about what you do.
That's right. So I was just to piggyback on that. What other piece of advice you can give to our audience today?
Okay, so guys, look, if you're starting a business, if you've started a business, if you've got to a point where you feel like you've kind of reached the plateau, you don't know what else to do, the way that I started and the way that I continue is to continue to do everything you think you can't do. Mm-hmm. Anytime you think it's going to be a little hard, just keep going. Always working on yourself, always working on your craft, whatever that may be. Whether it's, like you, Brittany, where, you're into the tech stuff and, graphic design, so not my thing. But, I know you practice your craft. Mm-hmm. You don't just do it once and then say, oh, I learned it. Right. Really getting into what it is that you do, know everything that you can, and do not be afraid to share what you do and who you are with everybody you meet.
Wow. Well, you heard it on the Promotion Lady Show. Thank you again, Candace, for being my special guest.
Awesome.
We had so much time in here laughing back and forth. But thank you so much again. But watch my show, of course, on YouTube of The Promotion Lady at www.thepromotionlady.com, my new Roku channel, TPO Network, as well as YouTube. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.
Thank you.